early birds and night owls. My name is Nox, aka Mako, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In this episode, we are going to do a fair bit, because right now we are very low on algae and we need some. Also, we need to get this power working, and well, let me just fix this up because it seems like it's actually incorrect. Let's go ahead and fix this up with canceling this gas pipe here, because that does not need to be there. Also, this should, I mean, the hydrogen will eventually flow upward, so we don't really have to worry about that placement there, but we need to add in a gas filter. Let's probably put this, let's see, over to here, I guess there, maybe. And of course, we're going to need a vent so we can actually filter out the carbon dioxide and whatever the heck else flows in through here. So we're going to go ahead and connect these up. Let's see. We are going to need to connect these up with, connect this here. Connect this down through here. And connect these together. That way that should work. Now it seems like we're going to actually need some power up in here. So we might have to create actually a separate generator because I don't want to connect to the main system here. So I'm thinking maybe a manual generator will do the job, although I hate being reliant on them, honestly. Because that means we always have to occupy a duplicate, and I really would prefer not to do that, but I think it's going to be the best thing for us. So let's see. Kind of don't want to place it down there because of the lack of oxygen. I think I'm going to just place it right here because that's the closest place. I could probably just drag the wire right down through here and connect that up. So now this power, I hope will just, fuel the... Ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, I should just connect it with that directly and nothing more. You know what? Let me do that. Let me try that and see how that works. So let's go ahead and cancel this here. Wires here. I'm going to cancel all those. And we are going to cancel the wires here and here because I don't want that going there. So let's see. What we're going to do is we're actually going to wire it up through here and go all the way across. And I hope they can reach this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. I can't reach that. All right. We're going to have to cancel some of this. They can't reach that either unless I dig up, which is not honestly a problem because, we have to get up there anyway. But for these, I'm going to go ahead and do something like that and that. There we go. So that should be connected. Now, we're going to have to swap out the tiling here and dig this up. So let's see. We need, I think, just 2, honestly. That should be more than enough. So let's hope that that gets done pretty soon because we clearly need this to actually make some power to get these going so we can get some more algae. However, we do currently have a fair bit of algae down here, so we should be able to get that pretty soon. I want to, however, deprioritize these things. Let me just cancel that out. Cancel that out, and we're going to just dig this at a 3 for now, just in case, because I want to make sure that the hydrogen stuff gets done first. Also, I have a feeling, a deep, deep sinking feeling that we're going to need some more coal, and we do have some right up here, so I'm going to do something like this. And dig these out at 7 so we can make sure that we have more than enough coal going for our generator. I realize that that's probably not enough coal and we're going to have to get some more, which means we're probably going to have to dig in there, which means we are going to need, that's right, we are going to need some more of these guys, which actually should be enabled right now because it seems like we have a fair bit of coal in there. Excuse me, carbon dioxide. There's a lot going on here, you guys. There is a lot, and I've looked it over like a freaking few times now. And there's just so many things that we need to do. So, in addition to that, we need to place down some more of these. So, I want to actually take a look at our piping because... Where the heck do we look at piping? Right here. Because I don't want to connect it with this. I obviously want to bring it out through... Let's see, to connect with this somehow. So, is that actually a circuit there? I think it is. This connects with that. Yeah, that's a weird circuit. So, I'm going to have to put it down here, which is not good because I would love to have it down here. I mean, this isn't the worst. This is really not the worst. It's going to help us clear out maybe just this area, but I really would like it down here instead. So what I'm thinking is I'm actually going to break this pipe because we don't really need it anymore. This water, I think I'm going to use it for the electrolyzer somewhere over here because this does produce hydrogen. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to deconstruct liquid pipes right through here. Anything that's a liquid pipe here just gets broken. I don't need it at all. At least I don't think I do. I need those. Let's just go ahead and cancel this and pretend like nothing ever happened. There we go. So I just need to get all these gone so we can actually place our stuff right up in there. We should be able to connect it up through here and maybe through here. That means people are going to have to step in this nasty area, which might not be good. It might honestly not be good. I think what I want to do is get rid of these and move them down there, but this one seems to be doing some kind of job. So I'm just going to deconstruct this one here and build some over here. I know this sounds like a lot. And honestly, it is. But we need to do this stuff just so we can get working here. And we're going to go ahead and place the scrubber right up in there, and hopefully this is going to do the job. Oh boy, you guys. There's a lot going here. I hope we don't suffocate and die before anything happens. No restrooms built, excuse me. We have like 2 right there. We have 1 right there. What are you doing? What are you doing, game? Come on now. It seems like some of our duplicates are actually a little bit sick right now, probably because there's a fair bit of nasty oxygen in there. Let's just lower this to maybe 60 to make sure that, you know, our dupes can actually use that, because nobody's using it right now. And next up, yeah, we're really gonna have to do this. So I want to prioritize. Can they get over here? They can get over here. Can they get further in is a thing. We have to build up a little bit of a tile right up in there. Right, so we need to prioritize this here. We are going to go for it at this here and this here, because we need that in right now, just so we can connect these things so that can get powered and this whole system can work, because that's what we need. Also, I'm a little bit concerned because it seems like maybe this isn't enough hydrogen to keep this powered for very long, and if that's the case, then putting this in this area here is definitely going to help for sure. However, we're going to have to build a system that pumps the oxygen in here, and I think it's going to work. Because now that we have this flooring in, we could probably just put the pipes through here and dump it out maybe into this room right here so it can flow up and actually fill this up a little bit with oxygen too. So I think that might help. I might want to dump it in here though, because, you know, this area also needs some oxygen because we still have people here. I am going to actually get rid of this because we haven't really been using it, and I would, you know, prefer to have the stuff. Uh-oh, we need some algae right now. All right, algae right now. Is that not thimbleweed? Excuse me? Excuse me? How exactly did that get there? We have some algae over here that's honestly not that bad. It won't let the hydrogen out. Sure, you know what? We can get that. Is that reachable? That is not reachable. All right, let's try it. But there's a little bit of chlorine in this. There's just like 1 spot of chlorine. You know what? That's not going to kill us. Let's do this up then. I hope that's enough. I really hope that's enough. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's see if this works for us. We're going to open this up and hope that we... Oh, geez, did I not do that right? No, I did not. My bad. We're going to open this up and hope that that 1 little spot of chlorine doesn't kill us. All right, so we're getting there. We need some algae. What are you doing? Why did you grab sandstone and pieced out? We need the algae, not you guys to be dumb as usual. All right, so now we have algae. Thank goodness. And that's... did it just double? That's straight up what it looked like, too. That might be a problem if that becomes more and more in number. We're going to have to watch the chlorine very, very carefully, because that's really not what we need in our base right now. Clearly, we are having too many problems, and chlorine is one that I would prefer to stay far away from. Poor Bert contracted the spores. I hope that he's actually going to get taken care of there, because... well, it seems like our dupes actually have to get over here just so we can get some algae, because we are in desperate need of it. Also, I really hope that Puff gets to work super quickly, because we need this all cleaned up. I hate going in there when the oxygen is like that, but alas, there is just very little we can do to mitigate that. We need all of this yummy-licious algae, and the reason why I'm putting this in is because I would like to get this without it falling into this nasty water, because going in that water is going to be worse than clearly, you know, doing anything else. I would also maybe like to get that one, but I guess that's out of the question right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to build down over here so we can get that little there and that there, and I suppose we could eventually get that, but I really would prefer not to do that. Let's see, can we reach this? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. We're going to need a ladder up in here as well. Oh, gotta love it. But we have to do what we have to do just so we can keep breathing in here, which means, oh yeah, we're actually looking quite nice now that we have some algae. Some very little amounts of algae. I am very tempted to actually turn one of these off just because we don't clearly have enough algae for this. However, we will very shortly be building up our, what's it called again? Electrolyzer, yes. Because we need it. Because we need it. Also, are these actually doing the work? It seems like there's an empty pipe right now. There's some carbon dioxide right there. Oddly enough, it's not going in there. I'm thinking we're going to have to create a... What is this? Uh-oh. It looks like the chlorine is actually duplicating, which is not so good. So, I think what I want to do is maybe dump it in there, because that's just not a good look for us. And it's going to make things worse. So, since the chlorine is just duplicating, let's go ahead and put it in there. We're going to need to get a filter, I suppose, up in here. We could probably just do it here because it seems like it's staying here. Sure, let's try this. Is this too high? I hope it's not. Let's put it on this side here. So we're going to do that, and we're going to take this pump over here and put it right on this side here. Right, so let's go ahead and do the same connections as we did before. We're going to connect this over here. We're going to filter the the nasty, nasty stuff that we don't want right through here. I really hope we can build this in. How tall is this thing? Oh, we need some floors in here. Clearly we need some floors in here because that's not going to work so well. Alright, so we're going to try to do something like this, and let's add some tiles up in here. Right there. There we go. So I think I'm going to actually prioritize this whole thing right now because we clearly need it. How's the power connection over here, actually? Uh-oh. That actually needs to be connected to our hydrogen generator, which is clearly not connected to anything just quite yet. It seems like they're actually working on it. So, first things first, prioritize this. We're clearly in for a little bit of a pickle if we don't do that right now. And after they do that, I want them to actually focus on this because I would prefer that the chlorine just stays wherever the heck it is staying and not going any further up. It's... God, I hate chlorine. I hate dealing with chlorine, but look at that. There is quite some nice oxygen up in there, so hopefully we can take care of this very, very quickly so we can get this done. Alright, so that's already getting power. This is not connected. What? Did I not finish connecting that? What? No filter selected. My bad. My bad. That was all my fault. So hydrogen now. We should put the hydrogen in there, and maybe that's going to be good. Now, however, we have to unlock this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cancel this guy over here and pop some of these babies open. So let's see, we're going to need to prioritize this as a 9 here. Let's pop that one open, and let's pop this one open right here. So hopefully our dupes will actually get on that right now so we can start getting some hydrogen coming into this so we can make some power because that's all that we need. Also, I am going to... Ooh, I think they did... What? I could have sworn I saw something falling. Also, we're going to need some batteries. So let's go ahead and get some tiny batteries for this area right here just to make sure that we store some power so we won't always have to be on that dang wheel. On our little hamster wheel, our duplicate wheel. And they're still building that. My gosh, is anybody gonna actually do this? Anybody, really? Nobody? I think they are doing it. Thank goodness. Alright, good. And we got that popped open. Good. We are getting that one popped open. And now we should be getting some power coming in through here. Is that prioritized at a 9? That is not prioritized at a 9. So we're going to go ahead and prioritize that to a 9 and prioritize these two to 8s. Alright, are these connected to this? They are now connected to that? Good. Alright, so that should be good. We should be good. Just gotta make sure that somebody gets there at some point. Come on, you dupes. Someone has to get on there. Poor Burr is still on there with the spores, so unfortunately he'll be out of commission for a very long time. Can just one person... Thank you. Thank you. So are we going to make some power now? It seems like it's not exactly doing anything. No, it's actually waiting for some stuff. I mean, we should be getting it in there. We should be. What exactly is happening here? I'm pretty sure this should be working, but it's oddly not. Oh, there we go. Aha! So now it has enough hydrogen to actually work. Thank goodness. However, it seems like we're going to have to pump in more hydrogen pretty quickly. Is that algae? That is algae. Oh, thank goodness. Let's get up in here and see what we can do about actually letting all of this out into here. Don't need that one there, maybe. I guess we do because, you know, we have to walk through here. So sure, let's do some more of these and get our butts in there so we can let that out. So we have hydrogen coming from here, and I guess later on we're going to have to get it from over here. However, that's a little bit tricky because as you can see, we have chlorine there. And I really don't want to let the two mix. If only I could get through to here, but there is chlorine in the way. I might have to just filter it out somewhere else. However, we do have another option, and that is our electrolyzer over here. Right, so we're going to have to connect these things. So let's see. We want to pipe things up. Is the pipe not connected? Did I not connect the pipe over here? Oh, you guys. What? Oh, it's just not in. That's probably what it is. And it has no power, which it should be having some power as soon as we connect everything up. Oh, or maybe not, because we did not actually connect it. All right, there we go. And there we go. Rightio. So let's go ahead and connect these things. I think everything else is okay, except, you know, there's some nasty oxygen there, but we have some cleaners there, so that's not a problem. Right, let's prioritize this to an 8 and make sure that all of this gets done right now so we can get rid of this chlorine so we won't get it coming into our nice, kind of sort of nice space. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to be in deep doo-doo. Uh-oh. It seems like our dupes weren't fast enough, and the chlorine is very, very quickly rising. However, it seems like it's just those two little bits and not much more, so this might not be the worst thing. We can still take care of it, you guys. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to get rid of this and move them further up, but we can still prevent chlorine contamination, which means we're going to have to build it up somewhere up in here, not down here. So unfortunately, we're going to have to actually cancel all the rest of this that has not been built yet and actually get rid of everything that has been built. So let's see. What was built? Not that one there. I need to see this over here. No, not that one. Where's the gas one? My gosh. I don't think I've actually used the gas one that much. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and deconstruct this here, deconstruct that there, and we are going to deconstruct just in general the pump and the... What the heck? Did I actually deconstruct that? I don't think I did. I hope I did. And I hope I didn't actually say to deconstruct the wires there, because that might have been a thing that I accidentally did. Let's see. Is that going to deconstruct the wires? Also, I love how they just go ahead and quickly deconstruct stuff, but they don't exactly build things much too quickly. Can you guys please get rid of these? Like, nope, deconstruct. Just get rid of it altogether. Get rid of it. Just say goodbye to those buildings because they don't have to be there anymore. Now that that's stuck in there, there's just no use. Also, it seems to be very, very warm over here, but this, I think, can survive in semi-warm temperatures. Yeah, 167. It's at 103, 104. If it gets too warm, I will have to cool it, which, you know, on the bright side, I know how to do. So it's not going to be that big of an issue, but it seems like it's okay-ish for now. We are definitely in an okay place for it. And this area is definitely really, really hot. So, yeah, it's just hot. Not scorching. It's just hot. But, yeah, I think it's something that we're going to have to watch out for just in case. It is, you know, right in the area where that's kind of sort of nice and warm. So, I hope that that doesn't really affect it. No, it seems like the temperatures are going down now. The generator's actually not working, so that's good. And we only have right now stress duplicates. We seem to have some algae, which is good because we have been doing our best to actually dig out whatever the heck we can find up in here just so we can keep our algae stores nice and growing. It seems like this is not yet working, so we can't exactly get this working, which I know that's a really, really bad thing. That's just super bad, and we should probably, you know, do something more to make sure that this is always flowing, this is always working. However, it seems like our dupes are a little bit, what? That's prioritized at an 8. Alright, nope. Everybody's cook right now. Otherwise, you guys are totally screwed, and you're gonna have to eat, like, raw food right here. We have some raw food, actually, right here. So it shouldn't really be that much of a problem if we run out of food, which we shouldn't be, because there should always be someone cooking. Oh, man. What are we going to do with our little dupes? Someone should also always be on this. Is that prioritized to an 8? Okay, no. We need that at 9, that at 9, that at 9, nothing else at 9. So what the heck is happening over here? We don't need that at a 9 at all. I don't exactly know why those are at 9s. There we go. And everything else should be at, I guess we should leave these at 8s. Just leave those at 8s. That should be fine. And these should also stay at 8s. These should go to 8s because those are actually super important. We need that algae, and we also need that food. So there we go. We are producing stuff. It seems like, actually, what the heck is happening over here? There's a lot of polluted oxygen right up in this area. Is something here not working the way it was supposed to be? I mean, these are definitely working to clear up whatever comes from here. So where the heck is that coming from? It can't be from here because that's working there to clean this up. And it seems like it's just all in this area. Weird. Alright, super weird. Let's go ahead and drop one of these up in there, and hopefully that's going to take care of some of our problems there, because clearly that's just a little bit too gross. I wonder if the dupes have been carrying it from over here and somehow bringing it over here, because they do get sick and then they just go right back down with that sickness. I wonder if that's the thing. Well, now that we've broken down to here, we can get the algae that's over here. So let's try to actually collect this as much as we can. Just take all of this. Is that... I think that's algae. It's just breaking for some reason. Right, so let's just try to get all of this that we can. And not that, because there's some chlorine there. But we can try to get this. And maybe that's going to be a little bit more than enough algae for a little while longer. Gotta say no to these dupes as usual, because right now we're having enough trouble with 6 still. That's awaiting material delivery. I mean, that should still be... That's an 8. I thought I just switched those to 9. Did I not switch those to 9? I thought I did, but I guess I did not. My apologies. Alright, so you kids, gotta get your algae from somewhere so you can actually load those up, because we need this oxygen flowing through here big time. This is no longer a bright blue, and I need it to be bright blue. Just like this, but this oxygen is just not good. It's just really not good. Food shortage still. Is nobody cooking? Nobody is cooking. Oh, no, I think somebody is cooking. Never mind, I take that back. And, well, that's okay, just as long as someone's always cooking. So let's get rid of those two, because I don't like having the wires peek through, and there's a little bit of hydrogen actually getting through. That's a problem. That is definitely a problem. So I think what I want to do is I want to filter out the hydrogen back over there. To do that, I suppose we can start first with some tiles, because of course I want this to look kind of sort of nice and neat, so we don't have it looking kind of grody and weird. And hopefully someone puts that in, because it seems like this is just filtering all out into this corner, which means we should probably not even put this there. We need to honestly put it like over here somewhere. Can that actually fit here? That can. Good, so we're going to have to prioritize this 2 and 8 to make sure that gets put in. And oh boy, all the problems in this colony. On the bright side, it seems like we are in a good way to actually getting some nice meals here. What are you saying? We have meal lice right there. You just have to collect it. Cannot fertilize, cannot irrigate. Because it's above ground, is that what it is? I think that might be it. I'm going to try to definitely grow those in the water, because that seems like it's going to be a little interesting to maybe get more harvests of that. At the same time, though, we're so close to getting sleet wheat that I think we might just try to focus on sleet wheat, you know, as soon as we break up into there. Which means we're going to have to clean this out and drain that in there. Of course, that's going to be later on, because right now we're trying to take care of the problems within our own base before we, you know, branch out. Right, so we're going to try to put in these tiles. And after we put the tiles in, we're going to make a system here that puts the hydrogen right back in here, because we need the hydrogen back in there. Especially since we're going to have to keep going back and forth, so we can get all the algae and whatnot. Is algae okay? Algae is not okay. Alright, what are you guys doing? Why is it taking forever to get some algae? They're getting coal. Oh boy, alright, so plumbing. We are going to need another gas pump. We're going to put that right up in here. We're going to need a gas vent somewhere over here, and we're going to need a gas filter, I suppose. We could just put it like somewhere over here. Food shortage is still happening because we're eating as we are producing, which means we might just need something more. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't care too much about dropping everything in there. Like, we could... Sorry, I know I just skipped ahead. I don't care too much about dropping, you know, the carbon dioxide and everything else in here. It's okay with me, and we're going to eventually let it through anyway, so we can just do that. This looks a little bit weird. I would have loved to do it up in here, but unfortunately... Actually, what am I trying to make excuses for? I can do that. Let's go ahead and actually cancel out those gas pipes. I can put it right in the ceiling. It's not going to be a problem. Right, so let's go ahead and do it up just like that. That can stay where it is. Well, can it? No. Is it going to bother me too much? Yes, it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and redo this. Right, gas pipe up through here, and there. Then we're going to have one here, and bring it all the way through here, and in there. There we go. So now we can clean out the hydrogen that gets in here, over there. Right, so, next problem. Next problem is our electrolyzers. So I want to build some electrolyzers. Clearly, we're going to have to clean some stuff out. We could actually just put them in here, let the hydrogen flow outwards, and then it'll eventually become a lot... You know what? That might just work. However, I will have to connect it with this, and that's not where I want these to be powered up from. So that's not so good. I think we're going to have to... Let's see. Power. Is there a bridge? Hydro switch? What is this? Ooh, automate switching power grids on or off based on ambient liquid pressure. Ooh, gas pressure, heat, and just a regular power switch. Okay, the wire bridge. Right, so I failed at using this before. I honestly failed at using this before. I wonder if I can somehow figure it out finally, or is this not gonna work? I mean, I could probably try. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna connect these things, and I don't think, I mean, I could just connect the power through here and then connect up with that. What was I even doing, you guys? What was I even doing? I was apparently going crazy. I apologize. So yeah, we can just put these right up in here. That's going to be just fine. So let me try with one. And if one works, then we're going to put... Oh, excuse me. If one is not enough, then we're going to put a second one. Seems like right now we need to actually load this guy up because we need to take care of this problem. That's going to raise the stress through the roof, and Gossman right now is not okay. Are you Gossman? You are May. We need Gossman on this. So let's go ahead and bring this all the way up to 80 because nobody else should be there. Make it off. Only Gossman should be on there. Poor Gossman, who is suffering so much, should be the only one getting the stress relief. Okay, May? Okay? Is that fair enough? It appears that for the most part we are out of hydrogen. The hydrogen here was just not enough. I'm still trying to devise a way to actually get in here and maybe take the chlorine out. I'm thinking we could probably just make another one of these guys and then dump the chlorine into a separate one, which we should make maybe right over here. And honestly, that worries me a little bit because if we get too much buildup in there, then the walls are going to start to crack and everything's not going to go so well. So I'm thinking maybe we should make the chlorine room super big, like from down here to all the way up here and then over there, and just continue expanding it as need be. But for now, we're not going to focus on that because for now we are trying to actually make some hydrogen. So I'm trying to get them to prioritize this. It seems like even though it's at 9, they are not prioritizing that because they still have all of this to do because we need algae. We ran out a little bit and things aren't so good. Ooh, Frankie's in not a good mood. Right now it seems like Devin is the one with the most stress, so he should be the one on this. He could go on it right now, but he's just not. Interesting. Right, so think I'm going to actually deprioritize this because or someone's already up here, never mind. I was supposed to say because we could just, let them do this over here, but it seems like they're not. Can they actually reach that? They can reach it. Okay. We should have enough, more than enough, I should say, copper. So I don't know. I guess they're just choosing this over anything else. Right, so if they're going to actually, try to finish that, then that's good. Although clearly they're going to get very, very stressed out and sick. Devin, you should not be here at all. Get your butt out of here and go and do something else. Oh my gosh, he's just like, he's powering through it. He doesn't care. He just wants to do the work. Well, good boy. I suppose your treat now is to go over there and rest, okay? Just rest. We're going to deprioritize that. And if they can get this algae, sure, good for them. Let them do that. But I would prefer to see them actually focus on this. Is Gossman actually going to work on this? Gossman is working on it. Good, good. All right, so that's a step in the right direction. Right, so now we need wire connection and liquid intake. That means we're going to have to put some water up in here. So to do that, also does it produce nasty water? Let's see, requirements, water, power, effects, oxygen. Oh, it doesn't produce nasty water. I think this is okay then. I think this is okay, you guys, because we can just connect it up with this little guy up here, which, as you remember, we had actually with a pipe that was heading in the right direction. How does that work out so well, you guys? Oh my gosh. No, I'm kidding. I knew it would work. This is why I did it this way. Right, so let's go ahead and drop some piping right down the way here. I suppose we're going to have to build tile wall right up in here, so that's okay. We can just, leave that as is and put the tile. You know what? Let's just put the tile in there. Actually, I'll put it in later because I want to prioritize that piping. So we have that. Let's go ahead and connect that to power. Now, I did say that I wanted to connect it to this power up here because not this one. This one's not a reliable source of power just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up through there and do something up just like that. So let's prioritize this to make sure that it gets done because we need the oxygen, one, and we also need the hydrogen. So we're going to prioritize just that for now, because now we need to make a room because we're going to be getting oxygen in here, and of course we want to funnel it out of here. So I think I want to dig up, actually. I think I do. So I'm going to go ahead and dig at a 9. Let's go ahead and do something like this, like that, and I can't put it up like that, so unfortunately I'm going to make this room a little bit shorter than all the rest for now. So I'm going to go ahead and do it up like that, put a door right there, so we're going to have to do something like this, and maybe... I guess some hydrogen can go, some oxygen can go in there if that's going to happen, because it is going to happen. So that's going to be okay. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a gas pump right in front of the door. Does that fit in here? Does that all fit in here? Well, I mean, as soon as we get rid of this, it should fit in here, so that's not going to be a problem. Right, so we want to go ahead and put this right in, I suppose in here. We could bring it right through the top. Sure. Let's do that. We're going to do this right up in here. I need to flip this guy. I really need to flip that guy. All right, my bad. My bad, you guys. That's okay. So can we even flip this? Oh, to rotate. Okay. There we go. Right. So we need to connect that up just like that, and that should be good. So we're going to need to gas vent this out to, I said, somewhere down here, which seems like it's going to be a little bit weird, but I think this is going to be okay, you guys. Actually, that's not going to be okay because there's just nowhere really to, put this oxygen. There's no gas permeable tiles in here, so I'm gonna have to switch that up for sure, but I am gonna put that in there. So let's try that, and we have plenty of sandstone. I can build these up, but I don't think heat is too much of a problem in this area, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna connect this up like this, like that. I don't see any other piping in here, so I'm just gonna bring it up through here, here, and drop it right up in here. So we're going to filter just the oxygen down through here, so that should connect right up in there. And since this area is warm, I'm going to make sure that the rest of these are, insulated just to make sure that nothing bad happens here. So let's just do that, do it up like that. And of course, these have to be connected as well. So we are going to go ahead and power this up just like, just like that. There we go. Ooh, is that unreachable? For now it is, but we'll make sure that it's not unreachable in time. Alright, so hopefully this system works for us. We should have some more power coming in here pretty shortly. Of course, we're going to have to prioritize that just to make sure that it gets done because clearly, oh boy, because clearly they're not actually paying attention to priorities. Even though it's an 8, they seem to have too many things to do out of 9. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel these over here. As much as we need the algae, I think we need to take care of a problem over here and our problem over here a little bit sooner than later. Right, so we'll actually get all these things done in the next episode because that is it for this episode of Oxygen Not Included. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, share support, and subscribe if you already haven't. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome night.